My name is Munir Nabti, and I am the CEO and one of the co-founders of AltCity, a community tech space and startup support space in Beirut. We've been in operation for about 3 years, and we worked on similar projects in a prior sort of shared community workspace for about 3 years before that. So we've been working in Lebanon in the startup scene for about 5-6 years. And it's been a very interesting time, a lot of great projects. We've worked with many great partners. The entrepreneurship scene in Lebanon is still young, but it's growing, improving in many ways. And I think the opportunities for young people, for older people, people who are just in universities coming out of university, or people who are more experienced in their work, the opportunities are improving for them to have really great, strong supports in the startup scene in Lebanon, for them to build great regional and globally competitive startups. Now, of course, the process has not been easy. We actually say in Lebanon, with AltCity, we've been in the space working for about 3 years, and we're about 2.5 years late in many of the stuff that we wanted to do. In terms of having some of the longer-term partnerships, funding, developing some of these core partnerships has taken a lot longer than we anticipated, and some of the funding from both private and public supporters in Lebanon and regionally has been a bit difficult because I think both in developing countries in general it can be difficult, but also the last several years in Lebanon have been particularly difficult with some of the instabilities inside of Lebanon, the political and security instabilities. And then in terms of relations with Israel in the south and how that's complicated things, and have been the security incidences over the years with that. And then of course with the recent situation, the crisis, the civil war in Syria, that has also complicated things quite a bit. And a lot of funding has been diverted towards dealing with those issues rather than going into supporting the longer-term development, economic development, entrepreneurship, etc. Crisis, in many ways, has trumped this economic development, these efforts, in terms of the short-term funding. But meanwhile, even with those things being difficult, the situation for startups is improving. So that we think is very exciting. And we think that it's representative of how, in the core in Lebanon, there's great sort of strength and resources. The universities, the banks, even different policies related to the government, the people, the network, the communities of Lebanese abroad that want to be involved. All of these are great opportunities and resources that we want to build on.